this.
How can you fix your marriage? You embarrassed, they be laughing at all them broken promises and flowers. Don't be passion back. You can get this course for no divorce, so just imagine that. 12 weeks of Maya's life will save you from the avalanche. How can you fix your marriage? You can fix your marriage. How can you fix your marriage? How can you fix your marriage? 12 weeks of Maya's life, we can fix your marriage. 12 weeks of Maya's life, how can you fix your marriage? 12 weeks of Maya's life, help you fix your marriage. 12 weeks of Maya's life, help you fix your marriage. You can fix your marriage. You can fix your marriage. 12 weeks of Maya's life, you can fix your marriage. Hello.
Hey.
We are back.
And we are going to be talking about Wendy Williams.
How you doing?
She's something else, isn't she?
No, she is.
Yeah, she has a big fan base. Mm-hmm. So all the fans out there that love Wendy Williams, please comment on the video and fill us in.
Yes.
Because we're just chiming in on this.
Let us know.
Yes. So we're going to kind of talk about her recent relationship fiasco, so to speak.
Yeah.
So she's filed for divorce. She's separated. She's cut off all the finances from Kevin, her estranged husband. So we're in a new space for Miss Wendy Williams.
Yeah, because I didn't know that. Was he her manager as well?
Yes.
He was.
So he managed her career. So he had access to a lot of things and a lot of aspects of her life.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you can almost say kind of like her life in his hands. I mean, he's booking her, gigs and things like that. And
she's come a long way from the radio, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So that's a long struggle, too. You know, to get where she is. So definitely we commend you for your work ethic and everything that you've done to really grow.
Yeah, so she's really come a long way. And we want to send our prayers to her and her family because divorce is not easy.
It's not. It's very tough. It's very tough. But sometimes, we have to do it. We go through life and things happen.
Yes. So often when you get to a place of divorce, there's a lot of things in the relationship that you may have been sweeping under the rug and not addressing.
Yeah, because you're in love. You're in love. All these things, it's like, you know what? I can deal with that. That's not that bad until it's continual. And then it starts to be a problem to you.
And it builds up.
Yeah, it builds resentment.
And turns into a big mess.
It can.
Yes. So we recently talked about Jeff Bezos and his divorce. And now we have our beloved Wendy Williams and her situation now.
Yes.
But we want to kind of talk about the signs of what to look for, the red flags that tell you it's time to leave your relationship. Yeah. We believe in fixing relationships, but if things have gone to a place of no return, there's no point in staying in an unhealthy situation.
Yeah, because it's a lot of hurt and pain involved in that, especially when two people are kind of fed up with the relationship or are done with the relationship. It could be a lot of hurtful things could be done in that time.
So, first and foremost, a breakup is not bad. It's not necessarily the worst case scenario that could happen in your life.
It seems
now,
like
at that time, it's going to feel like that.
It seems like it is.
So, yes, we completely understand that. We completely know that it's very painful to leave a relationship that you've been in over an extended period of time.
Yes.
It's very painful because you put a lot of yourself into the relationship. But when one door closes, another door opens. And I hate to say that because it's so cliche sounding, but it's really true as far as, okay, now that season has changed for a reason, so it's time to move forward into something new.
Yeah, it's new beginnings, And also you have to reinvent yourself because in relationships we kind of lose ourselves if we're fully committed to that person or fully in love with that person. Then that person kind of dictates our day and our feelings and our emotions. So you have to recreate yourself or reinvent yourself, or really find yourself again is really the best way to say it. Because sometimes we put ourselves aside, in relationships.
So, very good point. You do have to reinvent yourself. And that's the first sign that it may be time for you to move on. Or at least start thinking about it. If you don't feel like you, there's something wrong. That means that you've been putting yourself aside and your needs haven't been met in quite some time, and you've kind of lost sight of who you are.
Hmm. And if you start being you and you feel like you again, and that person criticizes you for being you, then that means that they don't want to be with you. So just take the warning signs.
Yeah.
Take the warning signs. Now, if they decide that they want to understand and change, but of course, if you being you should be the thing that they embrace because that's who they fell in love with.
Mhm.
So a lot of times we get accustomed to people kind of being molded into the people that we feel like they should be, and then we keep them in that little box. But that takes away from them.
It does. It does. So if you feel like I don't even know who I am anymore, that means it's time for you to start doing the work on you and to separate yourself from that person. Now, some relationships, it looks like you going to the gym, you doing things you like to do again, and taking that time out for yourself and saying no.
Right.
Sometimes that's all it takes. And
Absolutely.
that changes the whole dynamic of the relationship, and you can actually fix it by doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's sign number one. If you don't feel like you, there's something that needs to change
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
immediately.
Yeah. Because you won't be happy for a lifetime with that. You won't have longevity with that because
Mhm.
eventually you will start feeling that emotion and wanting more
Mhm.
for yourself, and really you deserve it.
Right. Okay. So sign number two is that you're constantly trying to prove yourself.
It's like you're never good enough. Anything that you do is not good enough.
Mhm. Mhm. And you feel like, well, if I'm such a problem, maybe I need to remove myself from this relationship.
Hmm. Hmm. And a lot of times they don't want you to remove yourself. They just enjoy criticizing you about how you handle things in the relationship.
Mhm.
You know, so
Because a
be
lot of times
mindful.
it's control, right?
It is control.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also, if they're frustrated or going through things, then hurt people hurt other people, so they may project that on that person as well.
Mhm. Mhm. So another sign is you feel like you're witnessing a relationship instead of being in one. So now it's like you're just going through the
Yeah.
motions.
Yeah. You really don't have a say, so you really just don't really care.
Right.
It's just kind of like a day after day. It's the same thing over and over. It's kind of routine.
Yeah, that's not healthy if you're just going through the motions and miserable while going through the motions. And think about this in all types of relationships. If it's family, if it's friendships, if it's work relationships, if you're feeling like you're just going through the motions, like you don't know who you are anymore, like you're always trying to prove yourself, that means that there's a serious imbalance in that relationship and things need to be readjusted.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
start working on you. Do that
Mm-hmm.
because that's the only thing you can control is you.
Mm-hmm. So I have some questions, and a lot of our clients love the questions. That's a big part of coaching. That's why you involve yourselves with coaches such as us, or the questions is what really brings that revelation and that self-awareness. So here are some questions to contemplate. Okay, is my relationship negatively affecting other areas of my life? Think about that.
That's a big question.
If
Ask that. Ask yourself.
if your career is suffering, if you're not able to spend time with your kids or your family the way you want to, if you feel like my friends don't even call me anymore. These are all signs that you may be isolating yourself or the relationship is isolating you in some way and that it's affecting certain areas of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, question number 2. Do I feel upset and fragmented a lot of the time? So do you feel upset more often than not? That's big. If you're always mad and angry and frustrated and tension in the household, just tense whenever you go into this situation with this person, that's a sign.
You have to smile at your problems. You have to, be
Mm-hmm.
happy, feel good. That will help you really prosper and be happy in life.
Mm-hmm.
Just smile. If you're frustrated all the time, all that anger and those things your problems only get worse.
Mm-hmm. Do I feel like there is something wrong with me that I'm frantic to fix? So there goes the proving again.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like you're always trying to
please that person.
Please that person, prove yourself.
Yeah.
Always answering the phone. Scared, like if you don't answer the phone, that someone may blow up, or these are signs that you're always in that place of trying to prove yourself, and that's not healthy. Has it affected the way I parent? Am I distracted from the needs of my family? Do I feel chronically ashamed of myself? Do you feel shame and guilt?
A lot of people do. A lot of people do, but they walk around with it and carry it all day,
Right.
every day. So you just have to find a way to release that. Release it. You have to let it go. You shouldn't have to carry it. Let it go.
Right. And that shame and guilt is the precursor to depression. Yeah.
Because you isolate yourself more and more.
And we're our own worst critics. We're harder on ourselves than anybody else can be. So that shame and guilt can really beat you up and tear your spirit down. And we really want to encourage you to fight for your peace and fight for your happiness, because that's that light within you. And that's when you can feel that happiness and that contentment with who you are. That's when you know you're connected to God, to your higher self, to your source, to whatever you want to call it, that spiritual realm. And you're really at a place where you are at your best.
At your best.
Do I feel down or hopeless about my life most of the time?
And if you feel that way, you're just bringing all that hopelessness to you all the time. So you have to say, you know what? No. Good things going to happen for me. I'm a blessed person. I'm going to have a good life. I got to work on my relationships, because that's what life is relationships. So you want to make sure that you work on those and get on top of everything that you need to get on top of, as far as what do I need to improve about myself to help me through this lifetime.
So these are the things that's going to help along the way, to help you know, like, okay, maybe my relationship is really imbalanced right now, and I need to think about leaving or doing something more for myself. And, Wendy, she made that decision and said, you know what, enough is enough. There's rumors, I don't know what's true, what's not, but the rumors is that he had a mistress for the past 10 years, and that he was at her house half the time, at the mistress's house half the time, and, splitting his time between Wendy and this massage therapist. So, I don't know, but yes.
We never know, but it sounds like he was having his cake and eating it too. A lot of times that stuff, it eventually comes to a head, and when it does, it can get ugly sometimes.
It can.
But we've seen that Wendy has she's renting a new place in Manhattan, right?
Yeah, she got a new place and cut him off from everything, so we'll see where it goes. But Wendy, do the work for you, your wigs, all these things, your nails, your hair, all that stuff you love to do, do it up. Spend time with your son, work on your business, your career, your books, your career, whatever it is you love doing, you do that.
Right.
And that's how your light's going to get stronger.
Because this is a new beginning. So with this new beginning, redefine who you are, and you will grow. You will grow.
Yeah.
So from Miles Life Coaching, we want to wish everybody watching, and also definitely Wendy Williams and everybody that's involved, blessings.
Yes, yes.
Blessings in a good life.
This is a new beginning and a new season.
Yes. All right. Miles Life.